Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is May 3rd, 2024, and more clubs have joined the race for Vitor Roque. Also, I do have an update for you in regards to Estevao Willian, otherwise known as Messinho. And finally, Xavi Simons wants to come back to Barcelona. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and as I've reported many times before, I'm currently on vacation out of the country. This is why I'm bringing you this short live stream video, which is to keep you up to date on all the Barcelona news in the live format, since I am away from my YouTube studio, so I cannot edit and upload videos. Anyways, having said all of that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Now, speaking of my vacation, I will be back home tomorrow, Saturday at night. I'll try to upload videos. We'll see how late I get home from the airport. If not, I will for sure upload several videos on Sunday in order to keep you up to date. Now, speaking of the news, let's begin with good news. I know a lot of times I start videos with bad news, but this time we're starting with good news, because the Barcelona Hospitality Department are reporting extremely strong numbers as far as their hospitality product sales. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Barcelona have launched a bunch of hospitality products, including VIP boxes and VIP suites in what will be the new Spotify Camp Nou. They have already launched these products up for sale, and Barcelona Hospitality are reporting that 90% of all the VIP boxes, VIP suites, and other hospitality products have already been sold. 90%. This is great news for Barcelona, because these new hospitality products, these new hospitality suites, VIP boxes, etc., are estimated that will generate 120 million euros per season for Barcelona, and the club have already sold 90% of that. So that means that 90% of 120 million euros that Barcelona are set to make for next season, when the Spotify Camp Nou reopens, that money is already in Barcelona's bank accounts. It's great news, because it means Barcelona are on track to generate around 400 million euros off the new stadium, which is what the lowest estimates are currently projecting, which again, great news for the club, because the new Spotify Camp Nou will be a huge financial boost to the club, a huge source of revenue, and it will definitely help Barcelona rebuild itself financially. Now, more news. This one not that good of news, but more clubs have joined the race for Vitor Roque. Now, we know there's been a lot of talks about Vitor Roque possibly leaving the club alone during the summer transfer market. I told you yesterday that both Real Betis and Sevilla are extremely interested in taking the player on loan, especially since they had already tried to sign him in the past. And well, now it seems like more clubs have reached out to Vitor Roque's agent, Andre Curie, in order to express their interests. And these clubs include Manchester United, Napoli, Lyon, and Nice, again, to add to the list of Sevilla and Real Betis. Now, Andre Curie has notified all these clubs that Vitor Roque is not interested in leaving on loan, which is what I told you before. He has also informed them that the club are not interested in sending Vitor Roque out on loan, which is something that I said before, that Deco does not want Vitor Roque to leave on loan. Deco thinks that Vitor Roque, is Barcelona's future bet. They think he's going to be the future star. He's someone who was brought in so he can compete with Lewandowski and eventually take the place of Lewandowski. So Deco does not want Roque to leave. Roque doesn't want to leave. So therefore, there's speculation that the reason there's a lot of talks about a possible loan is that it's Xavi Hernandez, the one who doesn't count on the player and would like to see him leave. Now, if that's the case, then Xavi Hernandez might have to sit down with Vitor Roque. They're saying that the club might want to ask Xavi to sit down with the player to have a conversation with him, to let him know what he expects of him, what he wants of him, and see if he can deliver that. And if not, then Xavi would have to convince Vitor Roque to leave the club on loan if Xavi believes that that's the best option for the player, because for now, Vitor Roque is not looking to leave. Deco's also not in favor of the player leaving. So it's more and more likely that it's Xavi the one who wants the player to leave. So in that case, the club would want Xavi to sit down with the player and have this conversation. Now, speaking of Brazilian players, I do have an update to you about Estevao Willian, otherwise known as Messinho, who is absolutely killing it right now in the Brazilian league with Palmeiras. And there's news coming out of the Brazilian market saying that Messinho is very close to signing with Chelsea. Now, Chelsea have been after Messinho for quite some time. They even sent emissaries to Brazil to meet with the player and to meet with his club. It's reported that Chelsea are ready to pay the entire release clause up front in cash, around 55 million euros, in order to take Messinho to the Premier League. However, despite all these reports, they're saying that Barcelona are not worried because the information that Barcelona have is completely different from that information out there about Chelsea wanting to close to signing Messinho, because Messinho's agent Andre Curie has reached out to the club as soon as this news came out talking about Chelsea are about to sign Messinho. Andre Curie reached out to Barcelona and let them know that that's not true, that Messinho is not in a hurry to leave Palmeiras. Messinho knows, he's only 16 years old. He wants to continue in Palmeiras a bit longer. He wants to continue developing. He wants to continue growing. He is not in a hurry to make a jump to Europe. And also that it's Messinho's goal and dream to play for Barcelona. That goal and dream has not changed, not for the player or his family or his entourage. That's still the goal. So despite all these reports coming out of Brazil saying that Chelsea are very close to signing Messinho, Barcelona are not worried because Andre Curie has assured them that A, Messinho is not in a hurry to make a jump to Europe, and B, his dream is still to play for Barcelona. Now, speaking of youngsters, the final news will be about Xavi Simons, who currently is on loan from PSG with RB Leipzig. He's having a pretty good season, having scored 9 goals and provided 15 assists this season. He, of course, plays as an attacking midfielder, so he can also play on both wings, both as a right and a left winger. He's someone who came up through La Masia, but unfortunately was too much in a hurry of making the jump to first division, so he ended up leaving to PSG. Since day one, he regretted his move to PSG. He's currently on loan to Leipzig. He still has a contract with PSG until 2027. And the news is, of course, that Xavi Simons will be going back to PSG at the end of the season. He will come back from loan. And it's reported that PSG will not be counting on him yet once again. And if that's the case, they're saying that Barcelona would be interested in taking Xavi Simons on loan, because Xavi Hernandez is a big fan of Xavi Simons. And since now there's an improved relationship between Laporta and Al Khalifi after they had a meeting, they had a sit down together, the relationship has improved. So since Xavi wants Xavi Simons, since PSG are most likely not to count on Xavi Simons once again next season, and since there is a better relationship between both clubs, it's reported that Barcelona could try to take Xavi Simons on loan for the upcoming season. And of course, the player will be very much in favor of this because he's always wanted to come back to Barcelona ever since he left on day one. I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you think about this news? Would you like to see Xavi Simons back in the club, even though if it's one season loan? Let me know down below. Anyways, that is all the news for tonight. I uploaded a video a little bit earlier, like 10-15 minutes ago. Make sure to check it out. Lots of news about Kimmich, Ricky Puig, Laporta, etc. So make sure to check out both videos, including this one. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. And of course, tomorrow I will be back home in my YouTube studio. I'll try to upload videos. Depends how late I get home from the airport. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And as always, peace, guys.